Hey guys, this is Philip from Stevenson Motor Co. and I just wanted to take a couple of minutes to do a walk around on a new build that we just finished up for a customer. The owner has had this car since his first car, and it's pretty much looked exactly like this since he got it. And that was sort of one of the mandates. He wanted to keep it looking exactly like it did. However, he wanted a bit more power. So it started out as a, let's see if we can do a kind of sleeper understated VTEC build. And I think we accomplished that. First, let me show you the engine bay. So you may have seen our other VTEC builds where we've done B18 engines. This one is a little different. So on this one here, we stuck with a Honda engine, but it's a D16 Y8 out of a 2001 Civic Si. So this is the most powerful D-Series engine, and for those who are not familiar with the Honda engines, the D-Series engine, this one here is a 1.6 liter single overhead cam with VTEC, and it makes about 135 horsepower. And the beautiful thing about this engine swap is that it is really drivable, more so than the B-Series swaps. I mean, they are definitely faster, but let me tell you right now, 130 horsepower in a Mini is really fast, and this thing flies. The other really nice thing about doing the D-Series swap is it just fits in the nose of the car a lot better. As you can see, compared to the B-Series where the valve cover would take up about this much space, the D-Series is a lot more at home. It's also a lot lighter. With the D-Series, you lose actually weight over the Honda A-Series engine, so the car actually becomes a little bit lighter, never mind having 3 times the horsepower. A cool thing about this swap, on the previous swaps we've done swap kits from Minitech. And on this one, we did a swap kit from John McGee of McGee's Custom Minis. We really like this kit. It's neat because the kit uses all stock Mini steering, suspension, brakes. The subframes, you can use rubber cones, as we have done in this. So the car actually drives just like a Mini. It has the same suspension geometry, the same steering. There's no Heim joints that get loud and create like NVH and whatnot. So with this swap kit, it just, for a D-Series swap, I think it's the best one you can go for. Everything is packaged really nicely. Maybe I can go over a little bit of details here. So one of the things that I wanted to do was to keep as much of the factory Mini wiring, gauges, and interior and everything as possible. So it's actually got kind of 2 proprietary electrical systems. I've tapped into the factory wiring. This was normally a fuel injected automatic car before. So I was able to use all the stock fuel lines. The fuel pump I replaced with a Honda pump, but it's still in the tank in the same position as it was in the Mini, but it's the Honda pump, the one that belonged to this engine. All the fuel pump relay, all that stuff is all from the Mini side of things. And we even went so far as to keep all of the factory SPI gauges. So I've found, tapped into, and used the Honda ECU outputs to activate the Mini gauges. So I've got the Mini tack, the Mini water temp, oil light, fuel gauge, all that stuff. And then the only one that wasn't a kind of a direct swap was the speedometer. So for that, we got a Speed Hut box here. And what this does is it takes the signal from the Honda computer paired with a GPS signal and spins a motor, and that motor I've made an adapter and connected it to the stock speedo cable, so it actually moves the stock speedometer. So from the inside of the car, you cannot tell at all that this is a Honda swap. Some other small things, it's got a Honda radiator. We converted from the booster system to a single line master cylinder, Cooper S brakes. Obviously it's running 10-inch wheels. It's got its own fuse box, which is all relayed and has these neat little fuses that light up if they are ever blown or whatnot. That is entirely for the engine side of things, and then the stock fuse box still runs all the chassis stuff. So it keeps it really simple, easy to work on. If it's Honda related, you go to the Honda side, and if it's Mini related, it's just like the factory service Mini. So it's got some neat things on the kit. The alternator is reverse mounted up underneath the fender here, keeps it really, really clean. Headers fit without having to cut any of the front grille here. And then yeah, I mean, other than that, I mean, it's pretty much it's a Honda Civic in a mini body, and it's a really good combo, and we really like the way it drives and the way that's actually usable, as opposed to some of the B18 ones, which are a little bit crazy. I mean, so there's sort of all different swaps for all sorts of people. Anyways, just thought we'd give you a little highlight on the car. If you like it, make sure to like and subscribe below, and stay tuned for future builds.